sweet. Do I look redder? Do I look to a burnt crisp?
Your forehead does.
Yeah.
I don't notice the rest of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, my knees.
He got like a. Is it just me, or does he got like a pattern on his forehead,
Yeah, it's
like he
especially
covered
like
the rest of his face, but not a bowl shaped or like a semicircle shaped area on his forehead?
I'm noticing our right, his left, like center. Yeah, right in there. Not so much here, but right in here.
Yeah,
it looks. Yeah,
it's weird. It doesn't look as bad in person as it does on camera. Now I could adjust the light, maybe tinker around with it. I was trying a little bit before we got going, but it didn't really do much.
It's like it does this.
Yeah,
just semicircle.
So here's the thing. Cancun for 3 or 4 days. I did early on first application, maybe the first application and a half was good. And then once the drinking started happening, you kind of get a little forgetful of the time and to reapply. And I got actually right above my kneecaps. So it was, we did a catamaran cruise, which was amazing, by the way. And I reapplied. And I think when I was spraying my legs, because I had jumped in the water a little bit ago, my trunks were still a little bit wet. They like ran down my knee, and so everything below the kneecap and like the calf and the shin, no shin splints, but no burns either. But right above the kneecaps, man, these fuckers are like sensitive to the touch, and it's a small, like, I don't know, maybe like 2 credit card squares worth.
dude, I'm telling you now, because of the kids and because of the sun and because of the cancer, they make this 100 SPF spray on shit that just smells like a tropical holiday. And I will just get out and I'll do like a Tommy Boy like dance out in the middle of the parking lot right before I go out to work, and I take my hat off. Just let the mist flow. Sometimes I'll go out to somebody who I aggravated that day. I'm like, hey, today's for you. You spray me right in the face, and they'll mace me. They'll mace me with the suntan lotion. I'm telling you, it's a fun game to play. You're perfectly protected. But I gotta say, man, you must have applied well, because if you told me you went to Mexico, I would call you a liar. Yeah. You are as pale as a piece of paper, man. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, and I'm glad you're not going to die of skin cancer next 4 years. The
camera's not doing as much justice. I did get pretty tan, the arms and stuff like that.
I feel like you keep saying that, oh, if you saw me in person, which we're not going to do, I feel like maybe you're lying about going to Mexico. It almost feels like you're laying it on too thick.
It does feel fake. And like the one picture I saw, you're not in it. It's just a mount, like a seascape.
It's a boat. I mean, you could have done that.
I can Google fucking pictures, man.
I know. I think you were down at the shore watching that cargo ship getting dragged out of the Chesapeake, and you're like, "Hey, there comes a catamaran." Snap a picture.
That's right. And I photoshopped in the clear blue water. We had a couple notable events. We did have a company dinner on Tuesday night. It was very nice, laid out. They did some half-ass awards, and then we went outside of where this banquet area was, out of the complex for the evening entertainment. And it was these 2 jack dudes with like fireman overalls and no shirts on underneath, playing these like drums that had lights but also splashed water as they drummed, and also kind of danced around. As well as one of those people that have, like, I don't know if it's like a steel cable or something with the fires on the end. You can spin them both around. So very polar opposite worlds of entertainment clashing. And someone did make a point, because a couple of the young ladies from my company were getting cheerful at these jack dudes. And someone said to me, do you want to tell her that they're probably more interested in you than they are her? And and then afterwards we saw a Mexicano Queen cover band in a little amphitheater next to the Hard Rock hotel we were staying in.
I feel like maybe you were at the wrong company get together.
I was gonna say, I think he, at the very end, I caught why this sounds very cut rate, and it's because they were at a Hard Rock. I didn't know this was fucking 1998. I was unaware. So yeah, I mean that's probably why. But corporate trips, they always cut a few corners. You're not going to give everybody the good stuff.
All inclusive. All right, let's just put
Of
it
course, when you have a Mexican Queen cover band, of course it's easy to include.
Look, the only corporate outing I ever got was a company-wide trip to Grotto Pizza down in Rehoboth. Okay, so I'm not going to hate a company that's taking a band to Mexico, even if they take them to a Mexican Hard Rock. By the way, Mexican Hard Rock, I would put above an American Hard Rock cafe.
I mean, Grotto Pizza is not very good, if I remember correctly. I haven't had it in a little while, but I mean, marginally, I'd venture to say they're on this Hard Rock in Mexico and the Grottos in Bethany are like
neck and neck. Yeah,
yeah. It's just you're just not getting crystal clear waters. If there was crystal clear waters in Bethany, then right on up there.
Well, let's be. I mean, it's a Hard Rock hotel. That wasn't
Obvious.
A Hard Rock.
Yeah, I didn't think it was
cafe.
just a fucking restaurant. Yeah, no. I assumed that they made some rooms and threw like a Terminator fucking prop in there for you
That's
to
right.
do an on.
Yeah.
not even the T-1000.
I found it.
This
This was also worth mentioning. We get off. We're one of the last people to myself, my boss, and Sarah. We're one of the last people to actually catch a shuttle back from the airport to the hotel. So we're waiting, and we finally get the guy and flag him down. He's holding up a sign. He says, "Yeah, give me a minute. I got a few other things I got to do. Stand right here." We're waiting. So I go to the. I mean, they're pretty laissez-faire with the booze. So there's a bar as you're walking out to this like shuttle bus / taxi / congregation area. And gentlemen, he sees me. He sees white gringo. He's like, "Excuse me, sir. What would you like? I could do anything you want. Anything you would like." And I was like, "Can I just get two? What do you have for the cervezas?" And he rattled off a few, and they were selling them by pounders. And I said, let me get 2 Tecate Lights. He's like, "Oh, excellent selection." I was like, how is that an excellent selection, dude? It's a run of the muck light beer. I find it delicious because I like light beer, but oh man, maybe he was just being extra cheerful and joyful. I gave him a good tip.
Would you like to smell the snap top?
I love like white folk in Spanish situations because you always bust out Spanglish.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Let me. What kind of cervezas do you have? And the guy's like, "Oh, god damn it!
Let me get dose of them. I'll take dose.
Tecate's light, please." Like, and they're just like, "Oh, I fucking hate my life."
Yeah. And
good times though. Fuck, that's a good trip.
Yeah. They did. And one of the nicer ones. So Monday was an optional pay. The company was paying for like a fun activity, and you didn't have to do it. It was optional, but it was like sport fishing, off-roading. What else was there? Swimming with dolphins,
hunting humans.
So we did the most expensive one. We did the spa day, and I had a little 105-pounder fucking just wrenching my back. What do they call that? With a deep tissue. Man, she was just like hammering the shit out of me. Hammering the shit. It was couples, by the way. Okay, Sarah was in the room, getting hammered as well.
Good.
Now, let me ask you though: did you get all the way down to it? So just you and a towel and a raging hard on?
No, I left the swim trunks on. I didn't really know what to do. I mean, it's deep tissue, so it's only like back and neck, and that's about it. That was great. And actually, I felt bad because some of the deep. Would you say off-roading, the ATV and Alan? That's
that would be cool. But I mean, I didn't know Spa Day was on the list. Yeah, but that sounds nice.
The thing of it was, people were enjoying that, but it was like almost an hour to get there, and it was 9 a.m. Ours was right next to the pool.
Oh yeah,
yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
We drank all morning, went and got massages, and came back out and fucking drank all afternoon.
One thing I do not trust in Latin America is taking hour-long trips off of resorts because that's how you get trafficked.
Yes. The only other thing I was thinking that would be fun would be the sport fishing, only because different rules, different land, different laws. They probably were chumming the shit out of the water, so there was going to be. You probably put a dry hook in that ocean water, and you're catching something out there with those sons of bitches. But I think you picked the right one because. One, I've never had a massage. I'm probably in desperate need of a massage. And if you're on vacation, man, I don't want to do shit unless I have hired which I'm never going to afford, somebody that like, okay, Mr. Bird, wake up now. We go do this. I drive you there. You sit still. Then, basically I will lift you up and place you into the ATV, and then we will drive across the desert sand. No, that's the perfect one. I would like to start a service where we actually just come to your house and we set up your actual house like a resort. We set up a little mini bar in the backyard for you. We put up like a cabana. We get some steel drums with some guys in fireman outfits, no shirts, maybe a little bit of water on the steel there, but do it all at your house, so you don't have to spend the extra money on your passport, your plane ticket, going out of town. No, we bring the vacation to you.
Yeah,
I mean, I like it to some extent, but it also sounds really fucking sad to another extent. Like,
how's that?
Because I don't know. Like, I mean, I live in Towson. I don't. It's fucking not that cool. Like, so I don't want to be here doing that. I want to do it on white sand beaches and fucking have the potential to hunt a human in the jungle if it so arises. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that.
Go to Baltimore.
I can't do that here. Like, yeah, but they're still illegal. Like, I can fucking slip Carlos fucking 500 bills and I just chase down a fucking, a lame fucking 60-year-old dude wandering through the jungle. Fucking money. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like, it's all about getting out of the place that you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what does like, we had overlapping vacations, Wes. I went on a bachelor party trip to Louisville.
That's right.
And like, yeah, could I have drank bourbon and gone to distilleries and breweries and fucking maybe the jiggle joint, maybe not. Sure, I could have done that here, but I did it in a new city and it was way cooler. I ate new food. I went to Buffalo Trace. That's not here. Like, you know what I mean? So like shit like that. Like, I get it and it makes sense. Like, I think that would be a cool little like 1-day service, little staycation thing. But at the end of the day, like, I gotta get the fuck out of this place. We've been cooped up for years, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And Maryland's not that cool.
Yeah. So how was the jiggle joint in Louisville?
So I will be honest, we did not go. We were very close. There was a lot of politicking. Some guys were like, "Oh man, we're gonna get in trouble," and some guys were like, "Fuck it, let's just get in trouble." So it worked out. It worked out ultimately in the end because that argument took place after like a solid 12 hours of drinking bourbon. Yeah. And it probably wouldn't have gone well. So in hindsight, thumbs up to maturity and not going to the jiggle joint. But man, it was almost there, and it still was a shit show for most of that time.
Like, I have a question real quick though. The jiggle joint, is that just a slang term you're using for the?
That is a slang term. So guess what? So there's three options. There was PTs. Take a guess what that stands for.
Circus, PT Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah, the PTs. That's all it was called. Like, I even was like, PTs. Why is it? Oh, got it.
I get it now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There was the Godfather, which was described to us just your run-of-the-mill airport strip club. So, nothing crazy. PTs was like scores, a little higher end. And then we were told about what our waiter at our fancy steakhouse referred to as the raunchy one. And it was called the Rustic Frog. And apparently it wasn't even in Louisville. We had to go across the Ohio River into Indiana to like a fucking barn in the middle of the woods. And we're talking thumbs up poopers kind of place. So we did not end up at any of them. We were like, I strategically placed us a block away from PTs in case it organically came up.
Okay.
It did not. We were all fucking smashed. Like, literally had been drinking. We were at Buffalo Trace at 10 a.m. And we got back into Louisville at like 6. And we were out in downtown at like 8. So... yeah, it was an evening. We shut the bitch down, but we did not make it to the jiggle joint, which probably would have cost us lots of money.
I just think we should open a place called the Jiggle Joint because that is a glorious fucking name.
I hadn't even heard it until my buddy said it, and now it's mine. It's mine now.
Yeah. Forget this stay home bullshit fucking build a vacation in your home extravaganza, gentleman's club, the jiggle joint.
At home jingle joint.
Yeah, oof, we can make. Yeah, come on.
I mean, we already have that concept, but if we call it the jiggle joint, we market it well. Yes. You know.
Yeah, I don't know what we wound up at a strip club when we were in Louisville, but this is really 6 or 7 years ago at a bachelor party, and none of those names are ringing a bell. But also, you're talking 6 or 7 years, and that weekend was a blur for myself.
I feel like a lot of strip clubs just kind of recycle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like might change names. Apparently, PT's is a chain. That's what we were told, which is nice, which is good. You know, it's brand standards and stuff. The Rustic Frog was really intriguing, though.
Dude, that's the one. That would have been my choice right there, because I know I'm not going to enjoy the jiggle joint no matter what.
Yeah.
So if there's an opportunity to see somebody grease their thumb up in a bar where some woman's fucking degrading herself for a $3 bill.
Yeah, that's the like that's like the C-section joint and the like over 40s. Just still really grinding it. The journeywoman, women of the industry, just really hammering it out. You know, that's at least the vibe that I got from it. And it was in a barn, like on a dirt road, which made me feel a little uncomfortable. Like the waiter was like, "Yeah, real dust till dawn kind of feel to it," and I was like,
"Sweet,
that you sold that to me. You kind of sold it to me, but not really."
Yeah,
sweet.
But yeah, good times. Lots of booze.
Middle class souls, everyone. Murr, Allen, and Fox, man. Hey, Murr, your boy, old Muskie Musk, $43 million. He's
million.
Billion. I didn't say. I said trillion. Yeah, my bad. Billion.
That
yeah,
doesn't deal with millions.
I thought I said trillion.
Billions only.
Billion with a B. It's all but a done deal right now, right? I mean, they're just signing some papers. Whatever those billionaires do, they just sign papers.
Due diligence.
Yeah.
I think he takes over. They said roughly like November. It'll be like, so it's like a 6-month processing period. Who knows? I just don't understand. Like, I get people like Musk where they don't like Musk, but man, the people who don't like him, why? Well, I just don't understand. I don't understand the hoopla behind all of it. I just don't get it. But I'm excited for it. I guess.
Wouldn't the same people who don't like him kind of be far right wingers? Am I wrong on that? I mean, I just don't know who doesn't like him.
They were up until a point, and now it's like, because he did the Joe Rogan experience and he's buddies with Rogan, it seems like they flipped on him. Even though Rogan is a self-described liberal, it's like because he's platformed, quote unquote. And I think that might be the problem. Is there's a far left contingency who doesn't like platforming anyone with an opposing opinion. And so Twitter, I feel like, has been populated with folks who have been really keen on deplatforming people they don't like. And now Elon's coming along saying, like, no, those people, they deserve a place to talk to. And then now they're just mad at him.
Okay.
They're just mad at him. And it's the end of the world as we know it.
The end of the world.
Is that, well, Alan, does that sound like a fairly reasonable description?
I mean, yeah, it's not terrible. Like, yeah, it's just absolute shit show. It's like, it's just watching kids on a playground fucking fight over a football. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, both sides. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, I don't like the guy, but honestly, I don't really like. I'm indifferent towards him. More so, I dislike like the Murs, who thinks he's fucking the savior of Earth and humanity, and he's just a fucking a rich guy who inherited fucking money from apartheid emerald mines and then decided to make savvy business moves and shit. That's it. He's not a fucking genius. He doesn't build things. He fails more than he wins. That's a fact.
Yeah,
those are all
but
fucking
you know
facts.
what, though? I think what I respect about him is he's not afraid to fail and lose all that money. And just the fact that he bought Twitter, like, there's a lot of, like the Warren Buffetts of the world. What have they contributed? I know they're philanthropists now in their later years, only because they know they're not going to be able to take a big fucking suitcase worth of gold bars with them to their grave. So they're starting to spend it so their name gets remembered. Homeboy's spending it while he's got it. And I respect that. I mean, you can make fun of his tunnel company, the Boring Company, but he named it the Boring Company.
To make fun of, but go ahead.
The Boring Company, that's a hilarious name for what it does. He did, in fact, whether people want to give him credit for it or not, he did revolutionize the electric vehicle market, prove to the industry that they're worth selling and a viable option to make money off of, and they're cool fucking cars. The AI technology that he's developing will be utilized in a whole variety of other markets eventually. And that all started because of
You don't know that. And that's another fucking thing. Like, this coming from the group, not you, obviously, but a lot of this comes from the fucking group that's like, man, not gonna take that vaccine, gonna fucking chip me. Oh, you want AI chip? We're gonna fucking put it. Yep, sign me up, Elon Musk. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. It's just the hypocrisy of it all. And I just hate hypocrisy. Like, there's a couple of things. Hate stupidity, hate hypocrisy. And that's all the fuck it is. Like, how many people has my man blocked on his own Twitter? Like, the fucking teenage kid fucking tracked his flights, and homeboy tried to fucking get him in trouble and then just blocked him when he knew he couldn't. Like, fuck off, Musk. Like, that's all.
But that's a different thing.
Just
like,
die already.
Oh, stop it.
Why?
Okay.
If he gets in that boxing match with Putin, he might, Booty Poot might fucking give him the old sticky too.
No, I'm saying, like, if you block somebody from your personal account, it's different than blocking, like, someone from the entire world.
Free speech absolutist.
Yes.
Why is he blocking? What's he blocking for?
Everybody else can still see those tweets. He just stopped seeing them.
Why does he not want to see them? I thought he loves free speech. He loves his critics, right?
He's not stopping anybody from saying it. He's just stopping himself from seeing it.
Okay. So like,
you don't want to be harassed.
We didn't stop Trump from saying anything. We just stopped other people from seeing, is what you're saying.
You don't want to be harassed, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Is like if something's bothering you, this is always been my
free speech, gentlemen.
Hold on,
you get
check
harassed.
this out.
It is what
check
it is.
this out though. But check this out though. Like my mom still doesn't know that I'm not her friend on Facebook anymore. She still thinks I see her posts, but she's been out of my life. She's been out of my Facebook life for some time, and it's because she was posting shit that was bothering me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. We're gonna leave that side of ourselves behind because it's frustrating me. Doesn't mean I didn't tell her to stop, and I didn't like contact Facebook and say like, yo, this bitch keeps putting up memes, and I don't think the rest of the world should see him either. So I blocked her myself.
Just feels
for me
hypocritical. That's all I'm saying. Toughen up. Get that skin
What else
up.
has he got? He's got the we've Neuralink together.
We've had this conversation before.
That's why I don't even like talking about this guy. It's the same fucking conversation because he does absolutely fucking nothing except make headlines. That's it.
You don't think buying Twitter was something?
No, because it's gonna fucking run the same way. Now you're gonna hear the word more, or you're gonna fucking hear more, and nobody's gonna get fucking knocked off for it. Like
I don't know, but see, this is the thing though. I don't know that that's true, and I don't think you know that that's true either. I don't know that he's just gonna go unmitigated. He's even said as such. He's not gonna let it go. He's what I heard him say is he's just simply not. He's going to make the algorithm open source so that everybody understands how it works. News sources won't be censored. For example, like just throwing it out there. I don't want to have a conversation about it, but just the Biden laptop story, the Hunter Biden laptop. No, that thing got banned. And if you tried to even share it, you got banned. People using referring to Caitlyn Jenner as Bruce would get you a lifetime ban. Like things like that. He's just saying like, no, we're not going to give people lifetime bans. This is a public space, and if you don't want to see that stuff, block that person. Okay.
That seems like an awfully costly venture for $43 billion.
I mean, it will because Twitter's fucking huge, and it's too big of a machine to stop. But we'll see how it plays out.
Is Trump going to get his Twitter back?
Oh, well, he said he's not doing it because he's going to Truth Social. But whenever that crumbles, he'll be back. And I'm pretty sure it's already crumbled. So,
yeah, it pretty much has. Yeah, Truth Social is the one that Trump, quote unquote, set up himself. He grifted to somebody to get it to be made, and now he's screwed because he can't use the competitor's machine anymore. He has to use his own machine. But anyway, this is why I said, let's talk about this or Musk.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't care either way.
Well,
We
let's
can
talk.
do whatever. It just sounds like shitty content to me.
Let's talk about more pressing things. Because in a place called Nha Trang in Vietnam, you can go watch yourself monkeys riding dogs, like they're on horseback, or watch them. What's that? There's something else?
I know. I thought. Well, you said like Vietnam, and I thought we were getting to human hunting again. I don't know. It's been on my mind.
Dave Neal, a welfare director of Animals Asia, told the Daily Mirror, monkeys ride tiny motorbikes around a track and they're put on back of dogs and the dogs are raced. It's horrible. They also have monkeys racing in a swimming pool, which I didn't think they swam. I don't know. Maybe I'm just watching Planet of the Apes too much. They put food at one end so these monkeys swim across. They also have bears on motorcycles and normal bicycles. I've been a few times. It's horrific. It's an abusive place. You can see these animals are fearful of the trainers in the arenas, and they are brandishing sticks. So,
The monkeys?
Who? No. They're saying the trainers. I did. Yeah. The reason I sent this, it said monkey. This is the headline: monkeys forced to ride motorbikes in twisted torture island circus. This person, whomever wrote this article, is really placing a lot of their own opinion onto what they've witnessed. Hey, if you don't like seeing monkeys ride motorcycles, then get the fuck out of town, homeboy, because that's amazing. You're telling me monkey rodeos aren't like the wave of the future? Kiss my dick.
Sounds fucking amazing.
well, I think it has more to do with when they're not doing these things as an act in front of humans, because it looks as though once the show's over, they're caged up, and they kind of live a life of a pretty simple caged-in life. But I mean, I guess there's a price to pay for entertainment, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. They're stage monkeys, man. What are they supposed to do? Roam free? They'll never fucking come back. That's not how this works. Like, look, I get it. We're not like elephants in the circus and shit. They were getting beat real bad. Elephants fucking that's bad. That's bad stuff. But like these monkeys can at any moment rip someone's face off. I don't know how big these monkeys are, but even little tiny monkeys can fucking just pull your thumb off your hand if they really fucking want to. So like, I mean, I guess a little sympathy, but it sounds like they're having a great time. Like if I was a monkey and I was racing fucking dogs like horses, I would be having a fucking ball, I think.
There is a very recent video of a monkey, just like the ones they have riding dogs and riding motorcycles and shit. And this guy's like, "Oh, hey, cute little monkey." The monkey jumps on his shoulder. He's like, "Oh, look, little monkey wants to ride on my shoulder." Monkey jumps on his head and fucking bites his fucking teeth into the dude's scalp and peels his scalp back to the skull. Okay? Left to their own accord, these monkeys would fucking rip us to pieces and shreds. They wouldn't even give us the option of going out. Okay, imagine this. We live in a world where monkeys have taken over. Now, they can either let us roam free and fend for ourselves off the scraps and the dirty streets, or they can be like, ho, 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 ho. We're like, what? We want you to ride a motorcycle and fucking swim through obstacle courses. Be like, and then what? And then we'll put you in a bunk for the night and feed you Twinkies. Okay. What do you think I'm going to opt for? I'm riding motorcycles. I'm swimming with dolphins. I don't know. Give me a fucking flame shooting arrow gun or something, and I'll hunt down some of you motherfuckers because it's fun, and that's a better option.
Yeah, no, I agree. And plus, look, Hollywood has given us a sociological taste of a planet run by apes. And I don't know if you guys have caught any version of them, but they don't really take kindly to us.
Nope.
So like, I mean, I feel like, look, being fed, riding dogs, riding tiny motorcycles is a pretty decent life compared to the alternative.
Yeah, but not
hunting you for sport, maybe, or I don't know. What do we do with monkeys like this? How big are these monkeys? I didn't even look.
Let's see here.
They're like capuchins, right? They're like tiny.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're riding
like,
dogs. They're not chimps.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Here we go. Got to look here.
I was like, yeah,
Look at that.
Look at these little guys.
Dude, he's having fun. Both of them. They're having a blast.
Yeah, it looks like, a little 105-pound jockey on the back of Secretary.
Like
right
if I'm writing this article, you know who I'm not really worried about? The monkeys. I'm probably more worried about the dogs.
I'm more worried about the staff. The staff has to deal with these disease-riddled monkeys, and they got to, they're probably get a little frustrated because they got to whip them in the shape. Do you really think that those trainers like quarters are that much better than the monkey quarters. No.
Yeah. But we can also say that if there was some wild monkey revolt, okay, and these trainers got, scalped and thumbs ripped off and eyes gouged and sexual organs fucking severed, you wouldn't feel bad either, would you?
No.
Okay.
They were exploiting monkeys, fucking dicks.
Yeah.
Can bring it all the way back around.
Yeah. No, and I agree with Alan. Like you get both sides are being equally compensated.
Yeah.
I will beat you with a stick if you don't ride this dog, because riding a dog is hilarious for thousands upon thousands of people.
Yeah.
But if you break bad and rip my dick off and use it as a whip to smack your dog to make him run faster, I also don't blame you there either.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation all around.
They also didn't get on anything. I have a pressing question. And I'll go ahead. I'll hang tight.
Each like Mer said, it's just summing that up. Each party is invested here. Okay.
Right.
Some people are giving a little. Some people are taking a little. Look, you know what I mean? Like, look at them trainers. Look, if I know anything about Southeast Asia, it's that people don't even get to own shoes. Okay? Like, those guys are fucking traipsing around, doing hard labor, fucking taking care of monkeys and fucking Old Navy flip-flops for like pennies on the fucking dollar. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it is what it is. You got it. You scrape by a living. You buy a little mango, take it to your family. Monkey rips your face off. Sometimes it goes that way.
They didn't get into whether or not there was any type of performance-based I wouldn't say incentives, but yeah, whether or not
commission checks.
Yeah, whether or not the good jockeys got more fruit, the good swimmers.
And I think we're missing a big thing here. You mean to tell me these trainers aren't taking side action on this shit? Besides like admission fees to come watch monkeys ride fucking dogs? I'm taking side action.
I was going to say, this is in Vietnam. And look, this is another thing I took notice of when looking at this photo here. There's a pretty fair sized crowd here. I see a lot of like sun hats and stuff. These are all tourists. These are all people with money. So yeah, you bet your ass there's side action going on. You bet your ass there's betting favorites, long shots, parlays, fucking what do you call it? The win play show? What do you get all three?
If I come up and there's not a fucking odds board, I'm gonna be blown. Like, if there's not a other little monkey just scribbling down odds, fucking I feel like the experience is ruined.
Yeah.
Look,
quite frankly,
the bottom line is this. Human beings have always taken their natural resources and made profit off of them. So you've got a sandy-ass desert, and the only thing good you got going for you is this black goo that comes up out of the ground that can be refined and fucking lit ablaze. And that's what the Saudis have done for eons now, okay? These people, they don't got any black gold under the ground. They don't got any gold under the ground.
No gold dust.
Monkeys.
Yeah, they got tiny monkeys and stray dogs.
Exactly. And you have to utilize your resources to the best of your ability. And I believe that these people have really capitalized on their natural resource of, as Alan said, stray dogs, and crazy monkeys.
And I think a very important point here that we can never forget is that monkeys don't speak dog. So this is a perfect fucking setup that we have going on here. There's not going to be a fucking team revolt or a mutiny.
Nobody in cahoots. Yeah.
Nope. No fucking shenanigans.
Right.
Good to go.
No monkey canine collaborative effort collusion. So we did a bit on this. It has to be over a year ago, of a bar somewhere in Japan that had monkeys doing entertainment. You have your opportunity. You can go to this bar, get drunk, and watch monkeys entertain, or you can go to this, I don't know, this monkey track.
Option 2.
You're going to Vietnam? Okay.
Absolutely.
Mer?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'd like to, maybe meld the two things together. Why can't some monkeys tend my bar and the other monkeys, race their dogs? I want a little bit of both.
Yeah. You're right. I want a monkey to make me sushi. I want a monkey playing the piano while I watch monkey races. And this
is most of this is actually all of this race stuff is outdoors. And it's in Vietnam, so you're going to want to go inside into some, I'm assuming some window unit air conditioner. And
No,
yeah,
it's a fan.
I'm
It's definitely
it's a
definitely
fan. Okay, and yeah,
It's
a
a,
fan
ceiling
powered
fan.
by-
It's a ceiling fan on low. It's like 15 feet up in the air and never change speeds.
It's powered by monkeys just running on a
Just a
treadmill.
monkey up there just spinning a crank.
it's monkey oscillation.
Faster monkey.
Oh God. Well, yeah. Let's see here. If you for anyone going to Vietnam, it's in Nha Trang. That's Nahtrang in Vietnam. Check it out. Dave Neal, 49, welfare director, welfare director of Animals Asia, didn't like it. Maybe you will.
He wasn't a fan.
No.
I just he very little regard for the dogs is all I'm hearing.
Yeah, same.
Well, all right. Enough monkeying around. We're going to get to a segment we like to call Friend or Foe.
That's right, my friends. Time to read a news story to you. See if you agree or disagree. Friend or foe. This is a fun one. I think this guy's a dick, but I also think he's got a point. The headline reads, "Wife is devastated when husband pushes to make her little sister their surrogate the traditional way." A wife was shocked and heartbroken after her husband suggested going the traditional route and making her sister their surrogate. Reddit user, blah, gained over 35,000 upvotes and 8,000 comments when she posted the troubling situation on a subreddit. Now, much like the dads caught making... Okay, I'm not reading all of this horseshit. She said, quote, "My husband and I have been struggling with infertility. We've tried some options, and right now, we're looking into surrogacy. My sister agreed to do it, but my husband said he looked how much time and money IVF would take and slowly started hinting that we take the traditional way. I was too shocked to even say anything, but he acted like what he said was not even a big deal. He explained that it's just a quick way for us to have a baby and spare the money and time to use later." Now, she goes on and on, a much longer post than it actually needs to be. But friend or foe, if you're going to have a surrogate, do you go the traditional way or do you go the modern medical science way? Keep in mind, the medical science way is very time consuming. A lot of meetings, a lot of appointments, a lot of ups, a lot of downs when you can just get into the in and the out and done and on. It's the same sperm. It's the same egg. It's a lot cheaper. And I don't know. If you're going to be adults about it, can't you be adults about it? Isn't it the same result? Or are there too many emotions attached to it, Wes?
Yeah. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go foe on this, just simply because look, I get what you're talking about from a financial standpoint, but listen, no one involved in that circle or anyone else in the close-knit inner circle, a la Meet the Parents, is ever going to forget that homeboy fucked his wife's sister. All right? It's always going to be hanging on. Kids are going to know about it. It's just, that's bad news. And it's going to get brought up in a drunken fight. It's going to get it's always going to be reminded of him when he fucks up somehow. Ah, man, you pony up. You don't do that. It just sounds like it says he wanted a hard way, or what was it, a fast way out of something. It sounded like he wanted a fast way to cheat on his wife without having any type of guilt about it. Like,
okay, I understand your sentiment, but is it cheating if both parties are completely aware? And it's a utilitarian reason. I'll stop my 2 cents. Alan, what do you think?
So look, this is definitely, I mean, it wouldn't fly in my household. But I'm going to go for it for argument's sake, because one of the things that I staunchly believe in is no IVF. Like, if your insides are rotten or my juice is foul and we can't make babies, that's just the way the fuck it is. Sorry. Like, I and on top of the fact that it's expensive and fucking, like, it sounds fucking miserable when I've seen people go through it. Like, you're definitely gonna miscarry one. All this kind of crazy shit. Look, whatever higher power you believe in, whatever nature, whatever the fuck is, if they have determined that your pipes are fucking clogged and you don't get to fucking push that clog through, then that's it. You don't get a baby. Adopt a little tiny Chinese or Nicaraguan baby. Adopt another fucking little American baby in a fucking orphanage. all of those are viable options. Maybe don't make buying babies fucking $1 million. Like, get some of those kids out of orphanages and into loving homes for, you know, not a ton of fucking money. Actually, no fucking money. Just do some due diligence and fucking make sure these people aren't going to kill the kid. Like, there are a lot of other ways, but I'm for this shit because it seems like the way for us to avoid playing fucking God scientist and putting fucking babies in test tubes and then inside of fucking living petri dishes. Fuck that. You don't get a baby or you go fucking buy one.
Yeah, I don't know the exact medical problem that the wife has to where they can't have the child, because I think what they do here is they wait for her to ovulate. They take one of her eggs, then they get one of his sperm. They get it all like incubated, and then they insert it into the surrogate. And then you wait and see if it actually takes and grows. And if it doesn't, you got to repeat the process over and over and over and over and over again. The sister is obviously like, I don't know, what do you think? 3/4 the genetic match of the wife. And then he's 100% match of himself. And so, you know, I don't know, man. Make some fun with it. You know, maybe get some, do some eyes wide shut bullshit. Burn some candles. Maybe hold the hands. Maybe the sister's under a sheet with a hole cut out of it. And then you're just making out with the wife or something. Do some freaky shit, okay? If that's what's holding you back, I just feel like finance is the number one thing that causes a marriage to fall apart. And if you go ahead and you deplete your entire bank account to have this kid, and then you don't have any money, then you blame the kid, and then you blame the process, and now the process is your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. And then the marriage ends, and this kid is raised by some other dad who didn't have anything to do with the fucking in vitro process in the first place.
Might I add, my decision was based solely on the idea that the wife wasn't agreeing to it. If the wife was all about it, and this was a news story, I'm friend. And she's like, yeah, this is a great idea. We get to save some money. It's my sister, my next of kin. It's the safest way to do this. You know, it sounds great. And then I'm like, hell yeah. But the fact that she's like,
it's a mutual agreement. I'm with Wes. If it's like everybody's on board, we're going to fucking, this is going to get weird for just a minute. But then, you know, it's a means to an end. Okay.
Yeah.
But like, if like homeboy's like, well, got to fuck your sister, then no, guy. You don't get, that's not how this works. Like, again, adopt a baby. Stop trying to fake make babies. All right. Yeah. There's one way to do it. And if it doesn't work for you, fuck off.
It'd be different. I feel like if he'd been making eyes at the sister, like their entire relationship, but it just sounds like, dude, and just stone cold man mind. He was just like, you know, I was looking at this in vitro stuff. I mean, we're looking at like $50,000 to $150,000. You know, we could just do it the old-fashioned way and just have a baby. And then she gets all fucking butthurt over it. Here's the thing. Here's the wrinkle to the story. She explained that her sister, 4 years younger than her and 7 years younger than her husband, has no idea that her husband suggested this and, quote, won't be finding out. Why don't they just ask the sister, hey, would you bang Dave so we can have a baby?
Well, I mean, again, because the wife would have to agree to it.
Because the wife clearly has a hang-up.
The wife doesn't want to agree. Why she's going to spill the beans? But, I don't think it's fucking worth it. But let me just run this by you.
But they've already at least brought up to her having the child. I feel like growing another human being inside of your body is a lot more invasive than a penis.
I mean,
well, if it's your sister's husband,
depends on how big the penis is.
Yeah. You know, maybe she was like, God, I've always wanted to have sex with Dave. God, here's my lucky chance.
You ever seen Mandingo? Looks pretty invasive to me.
Yeah, maybe this is the coffee guy from that fucking pizza shop.
Oh shit! No, go ahead. Yeah.
No, and this is one. You know, not asking for a friend, but a lawyer said that without official surrogacy contract, the sister can claim the baby as her own, and the husband can be on the hook for child support. So the sister, in fact, does have to agree to the surrogacy. There has to be a surrogacy contract signed, and then they can do whatever they want in order to have the baby. The parental rights have to be signed over before the what do you call it? The conception.
Definitely. I think that's how that works.
Do you not get to do that if it's like the in vitro method with the egg then implanted in you? Is that not?
Well, with the in vitro thing, you'd have all this paperwork that you obviously have to pay for, which the husband's trying to. You could probably do a surrogacy contract on the back of a cocktail napkin. That'd probably be fucking legit in court if you fuck. So you know what I mean? You can go out, you have a few drinks, you'd be like, all right, Debbie, listen, we want to have a baby, and we want you
I've seen
because
that Tina Fey and Amy Poehler movie. Like, I know how it goes. But I think we're missing like a lot of key steps here. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, maybe he wants to bang the sister, right? I get it. Probably not it was his dumb move for bringing it up. But like, we're missing turkey basters. Fucking like, there are dildos now that like with compartments in them for like fake jizz, but like you could put real jizz in it, like, and then just I mean, I don't know the logistics behind it. I'm just spitballing here.
Okay, hold on. You may have had me convinced at a dildo that had some sort of like hydraulic that could pump semen in there, but you started off with fucking turkey baster. I mean, that's
primitive version of the dildo with the fucking pump. It's all it is.
Look, I'm following 100% following Alan's logic here. I mean, the turkey baster is a very crude device, which was then Elon Musk-esque style, amplified and evolved into a more technologically advanced version of the same contraption.
That's all the jizz dildo is a more it's the Cadillac of turkey basters.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? It's got texture. It's ribbed for her pleasure. It's got veins. You know what I mean? It's just more advanced. It's the Tesla of turkey basters.
I'm looking. Okay, yeah, look at that.
That middle ground.
And they were. I am reading this. It's called "Conceiving for the Future." No, hold on. Conceiving for the Future: the ability to become pregnant can depend upon a variety of factors. It was basically saying that the turkey baster is not a myth. Good candidates for IUI must have open fallopian tubes, high quality eggs, ovaries. Successful. Doesn't give like a success rate, but it does say it can happen.
On turkey basters?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same fucking principle. Dude, our dicks are just turkey basters. They're just attached to us. Like, it's all it is. Fuck, Mers basted that turkey already.
Oh, here you go. A disposable syringe actually says it's more effective.
See? But you don't even got to go turkey baster.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's a load. I mean, you're talking.
Here's the thing, though. This is why I don't think that the husband is actually just aiming to nail the sister, because he wouldn't have brought it up. He wouldn't have brought it up so coldly. He wouldn't have brought it up in such a utilitarian manner. He would have beat around the bush, figuratively. He would have just been like, hey, why don't we just see if I can just have, listen, this is really expensive. What if we just do it the traditional way? Like he said, traditional way. He did. I just feel like he just really wants to save, 5 years worth of paychecks instead of, putting himself in bankruptcy court to have a child. It just seems like and all this stuff you guys are talking about, she's not thinking about him. Do I want to go sit in the doctor's office and jerk off into a cup like every the fourth Friday of the month just to try to have this kid? And it also takes out the random factor. I think that's the beauty of kids, man. Like you go in, you pick the perfect sperm, you go in, you pick the perfect egg, and then you try to get them together. You take out a lot of the random elements that make life interesting. Yeah. There's a way to do this. I just think she's being a prude about it.
Maybe she doesn't like the genetic makeup of her sister. Maybe she doesn't want that bullshit with her child.
Yeah, maybe her sister's just like a bitch.
Yeah, I mean she's kind of
doesn't like her.
I think we know who the bitch is here, fellas.
That's true. Yeah, man, I agree. I think friend this personally.
Yeah, I'm friend. There just needs to be. Maybe there needs to be maybe that's what we can do. I'm always looking for a good grift, guys. Maybe maybe we become traditional surrogacy therapists. And then we just tell dudes, listen, you want to bang your wife's sister? You come see us. We'll contact your wife. We'll explain the situation.
Yeah.
We'll set the scenario up. Like Mur was going into a hypothetical. you start talking at whatever the most important family fucking event is. Was it Thanksgiving? Was it fucking Christmas?
Yeah.
It's obviously
Let's do Thanksgiving.
Pick one.
it's
Pick
Arbor.
one where everybody's feeling real tight knit, real fucking, real willing to help family at the moment, and he just goes on opining about how he's so excited to have this baby, but financially it could ruin them. And then the sister just maybe subconsciously chimes in like, I mean, I could carry it for you guys. And he's like, bam, done. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just got to finesse this. This wasn't sold well. As a salesman, piss poor salesmanship.
Yeah, but then your rich Uncle Gary is going to have a moment of philanthropy like, I'll pay for the IVF. Shut up, Gary.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's fair.
Wait, is this cousin Gary's dad? Cousin Gary, the annoying one on the third baseman on the softball team, is a junior, and his Uncle Jerry is
it's his son.
Uncle Jerry is a fucking loudmouth drunk.
He got the big payout from the accident that caused this the limp leg. Yeah,
fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we'll see where we go with friend or foe on this one. Let us know what you think, folks. On that note, I think it's time for Fun Fact Friday.
All right, my friends, it's officially time to fill your heads with random, useless, nonsensical knowledge. It is OMG Facts. And Fun Fact Friday, of course, brought to you by your friends over at the Shin Splints Recovery Group. A little fun fact for you. I've been running on the treadmill rather hard recently, and I have, in fact, developed a shin splint in my right leg. What did I do? I did not go to the Shin Splints Recovery Group because they're a bullshit non-medical society for a bunch of dumb shits, apparently internationally, all over the world, being fooled by a friend of ours. So if you'd like to check out the Shin Splints Recovery Group, be a member yourself, just head on over to Facebook. Let's get to it, my friends. Your Fun Fact Friday. Did you know Chuck E. Cheese and Atari were dreamed up by the same person?
What? That's just too much talent. You know,
that's
crazy. Just too much good thought. You know, you talked about like there should be limits.
How does one get from like Pong to Charles E. Cheese? I just don't get, like, how does one get to from that to like animatronic puppets, like playing guitars and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get there? What's the fucking road?
As soon as I read this, I started kind of thinking in my head, well, Atari was shitty video games, right? Atari was like the low quality version of real arcade games. So you fill an entire venue up, you put cardboard pizza in there, and then you would attract children who have a really, really low quality of a low standard for what quality is. And then you force their parents to bring them because, like you said, you've got animatronic robots, and it makes sense. That's why it's a shitty arcade.
Who was it? The Japanese man? I thought a Japanese man made Atari.
You know, I you know what? This is the first time. Here it is. I will do it to you, Alan. My fun fact calendar.
There's nothing else on. We know.
Only gives me so much.
Did it say the same person who thought of it?
Wow, he's a white guy.
Look at that.
Nolan Bushnell, American businessman and electrical engineer.
Isn't Bushnell
Atari and Chuck E. Cheese? Isn't
Bushnell something?
Well, Bushnell is like they make like scopes and fucking
like guns and shit.
Gun scopes and rangefinders and all that good stuff.
Well, here's what's
they make
really
speakers.
Strange.
They also do. Yeah, that's fact.
My kid, because the Chuck E. Cheese that we go to doesn't have the animatronic robots because they've been slowly like decommissioning them because one, they don't make parts for them anymore, and two, they're creepy as fuck. He's been watching these videos on YouTube because he's old enough to spell shit now. So he'll go to his little YouTube kids and type in creepy Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. And he watches these videos end to end of like Chuck E. Cheese's with eyes that like one works, one doesn't. So it's cross-eyed, it's not cross-eyed, it's cross-eyed, not cross-eyed. Or missing half their face, the jaw's falling off. It's the most hilarious, disturbing internet search trend I've witnessed in quite some time.
I just searched.
Yeah, and when you said he can spell, that's wild that he can spell animatronics, because I think I might have a tough time with that one.
I don't think he spells animatronic.
Good for your
I think
boy.
he's typing creepy Chuck E. Cheese robots. That's what he types in.
I was at probably like 10 years ago. I was hanging out at a Chuck E. Cheese.
Weird.
It was a girl I was dating.
How old was she?
Jesus, bro, this is not going well for you. Let's go ahead and cut that out.
She was employed by a school. Okay. Anywho, I remember I went to
as a student.
Next
Alex,
fucking time.
she was a recruiter.
Yeah. She went to a middle school.
Next fact. Not even,
No, go ahead. No, we really want to hear your story because it seems like you're gonna bury
No, I just
another shovel of dirt.
I went to the bathroom and they play this animatronic stuff into the bathroom. I didn't know this, and over the speaker was like, "Hey, what are you doing down there?" I was like, looked around like, "What the fuck you think I'm doing?"
That was Chris Hansen.
Yeah.
No, I think the boy's so interested in this because I think the first time we ever went, they had the animatronics, but they weren't on. They were just like decommissioned on stage. And then the next time we went, they had actually removed them. And now it's just some high school kid who wants to fucking put a shotgun in his mouth and Kurt Cobain himself in a bathroom because he's got to wear this fucking suit and dance with little kids.
Oh, they make employees do it now?
Yeah, there was always one dude, like one running around in that, like what I assume the inside is slimy. I assume the inside feels like the 154 basement wall with like that thin layer of fucking grime.
Yeah, it's like the thing that's covering the art museum in Ghostbusters 2. Like that type of thing, yeah.
The cure for cancer was on that wall. Swear to God.
Oh, all right. Did you know most bird bones are so hollow and light, their feathers weigh more than their skeletons? Yes.
Damn. These little suckers didn't know that.
That's how they fly. That's how they're good with flight.
I wouldn't think that, like, I would think that would make them so brittle though that like a strong wind would like shatter, like snap their wing in half.
Oh, no, not that. I mean, keep in mind when they're alive, they have muscles and tendons and things holding them together. But you ever seen a bird run into a window? You ever seen a bird run into really anything solid? It's over.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
That's a good point.
Yeah, unless it's like a fucking massive bird of prey, it's pretty much dead.
We had so at my old house. Well, like my second house growing up, we had these like big bay windows in the living room. We had an owl slam into it. It was trying to get our cat. Bam! Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. Owls are big, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My
break the window?
No, freak my drunk dad out.
That wasn't difficult, but that's an extraordinary scenario.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, have you ever seen owls without their feathers? They look like a bunch of pussies after that.
Oh yeah, they're pretty thin.
I saw I don't know if I've ever told you this, Wes, but we were golfing. We were up at Gettysburg actually. This was the last time I was at Gettysburg, and I'm standing on the tee box, and like this is on like the second hole, and like just to the left of me, like catty corner, maybe all of 10 yards, it turns into like it's trees. It's all woods and stuff. And so we hear some rustling, me and Sean on the tee box, we hear some rustling in the trees. And out of the tree comes this tiny little magpie, like literally like drops out and flies away. And 2 seconds later, an owl, like the size of my torso, fucking drops out and just goes after it. And me and Sean are just like, what the fuck just happened? It was the most exciting thing I've ever seen in my life.
Ringing the lunch bell.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh no, it was hunting. That's for fucking goddamn sure. It wanted that little tasty magpie. That's for like that shit was wild, man.
What is a magpie, by the way? I know we've probably talked about this before.
A little bird. They're usually black and white.
Okay, all right. It sounds like a little Debbie treat. So I think that's why it's always throwing me off.
Yeah.
Good point.
But yeah, like I mean, I assume it was a magpie because it had that black and white, and they usually have like a little bit of blue on them, maybe. But yeah, man, like literally both dropped out. Like it was almost like, and I didn't even know birds could do that. Could just go free fall and then just still get themselves up.
Yeah,
especially that fucking owl.
What's the British fighter jet that can do that? It was in like True Lies.
The Harrier.
Yeah.
Remember
Schwarzenegger like comes up like.
Hey, that's ours, buddy. That ain't the British. That's ours. We may have sold it to them because it sucked, but it's ours.
It was pretty useless, I think. They were just like, well, we can get it on top of aircraft carriers real easy, but it's pretty much useless to us.
And by the way, they just found a pterodactyl skeleton that actually had feathers, or like a fossilized pterodactyl with feathers on it.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, because usually they show them, they look like bats, like fucking big, like leathery wings.
Yeah.
Like, nah. Think about that shit. Think about that bird swooping down for that magpie.
You ever see those fucking shoebill fucking storks, dude?
Oh yeah.
Those are fucking dinosaurs with feathers. Like, legitimately. I think we might have talked about this on this show before, right?
They have like a permanent dickhead look to them.
Oh yeah, let
time.
me get the share. Do I have the share?
I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you, man.
Coming in hot.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So like, look at this fucking bad boy. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at this fucking guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's mean.
Yeah. Like that.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Do the one down. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
That looks like an animatronic fucking Chuck E. Cheese thing with a guitar.
That's one of the fucking characters, the Chuck E. Cheese.
I think that's the fucking bass player.
That's the bass player, dude.
Yeah, that's the fucking bass player
That's
for Chuck E.
fucking
Cheese.
the Nigel Tufnell of the Chuck E. Cheese band.
Look at these fucking things. That's a fucking dinosaur butt. That's what they found. They found one of these fucking things.
You know what? You're probably not wrong. Like, dude, science is cool, man, but they make a lot of assumptions. Like when we were kids, they were fucking just like leather neck, like their skin was made of 4 inches of rawhide. No, it wasn't.
No. We have no idea. We have no idea.
And they kept changing, like from 4th all the way through graduating high school. They kept changing the names. It's like, oh well, it's no longer a brontosaurus; it's a branchiosaurus because there's different eras.
Well, no, they found a brontosaurus who fucking like had a coconut fall on his head and he had a lump, and they were like, well, that's a fucking brachiosaurus. That's it. Look at that. See, it's the brontosaurus's cousin. Fucking totally different. Yeah. Definitely not the same in any fucking way, shape, or form. Yeah, dude, we don't. I think I was listening to the bit maybe earlier today or yesterday where like we talk about this, and I think Merv was like, I think most archaeologists are like they want to be like fiction writers, and they just create fucking narratives, and they're just like, yeah. I mean, I know they try to base it on probably like some scientific knowledge, but at the end of the day, we don't know what dinosaurs look like.
Bottom line is,
skeletons look like.
Their job's boring as fuck. They're digging in the dirt for 16 hours a day, and they got plenty of time to do psychedelic drugs out in the wilderness and make shit up. And I'm envious.
That was Murr's take on Ötzi the Iceman.
Well, if you're gonna be, that's what it was.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna be an archaeologist, why be a human archaeologist? Like at least Ötzi, you can make something up. You know what I mean? He's hunter gatherer or whatever you said. Fucking, what are you making up here? Like, if I find a fucking bird bones, it's just a bird. It's a bird. It's a prehistoric bird. It's fucking huge, guys. Don't know what to tell you. Put feathers on it. Render it with feathers like a bird because it's a bird. Whereas like the human, I get it. There's a little nuance to it. But yeah, if you're an archaeologist who decided to look for bird bones, you're an idiot.
You may make
look for people. That's way more interesting.
Did you know all of the Earth's continents are wider at the north than at the south? Now, I have obviously no real scientific understanding on this, but is it because of the spin?
I don't know. I mean. So, what 70% of the Earth's land is north of the equator, or something like that. 69 to 70% of the Earth's land mass, not land. So I don't know. I mean, my guess would have to be is that Pangea, when it was there, was sat north of the equator. When things started breaking up, you can only drift so far. But
yeah, but but then you're forgetting about Antarctica because there's no like land mass at the top.
You're right.
But there's a big chunk of it at the bottom.
Yeah, I would. You have to think the spin and gravity has to take effect in that matter. But all continents, yeah, I'm starting to picture it right now. Africa's a bit of an anomaly, though. You have that thing that's like a pea turned around.
Yeah, but that's where South America fit into it.
True. Yeah.
That lock. So now you just piqued my interest. I started reading it. There is no simple answer to this. Has a lot to do with tectonic plate movement and the fact that these tectonic plates move on what is essentially liquid magma. Said liquid magma cools, tends to gravitate centrifugal force wise. That's because of the spin towards the north. Water, when it was forming and becoming more in prehistoric times, falls lower on that centrifugal force spectrum. So then, yeah, all of that hot magma that cools into land kind of just starts at the top and drips. Yeah. Is what I'm understanding it as a general kind of concept, but there is a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. There is a theory called of continental drip.
Aren't some of the
continental drip?
Some of the like the remote southern parts of Argentina and Chile pretty like rocky and magnanimous. That's not a term, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also it's also I think it's something to keep in mind that that was when those all formed, they were all still part of one massive landmass that then ripped apart. So yeah, I think it's like I said, it's much more. But yeah, there's a whole fucking there's a Wikipedia page on continental drift or drip.
Continental drip.
Yeah, yeah. It's the observation that southward pointing landforms are more numerous and prominent than northward pointing landforms.
Fucking A, man. Fucking science.
Man. Speaking of science, did you know a jellyfish with tentacles measuring 120 feet washed ashore in Massachusetts Bay in 1870?
God, jellyfish are one of the few animals in the world that should just die. Just get rid of all of them. They're worthless. Them and cockroaches.
Okay.
Mosquitoes. They have no purpose. They don't pollinate anything.
Feed a lot of things. All of these things feed other things, guys.
Yeah, they need other things. Okay, we can breed other things that don't give fucking malaria or something.
But actually, we've already bred mosquitoes that can't.
Hasn't the jellyfish population risen so much because of the lack of like loggerheads and another type of turtle that eat these that are impervious to the sting, and because we've fucked it up so much that now jellyfish are becoming more prominent in the sea? But these grade A turtles just nibble on them.
That's probably a factor, but I don't know that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say yes because one, I don't know, and two, I know we've decimated the ocean, and three. I know God's got a sneaky way of being like, hey, fuck you. I'm going to give you jellyfish.
Yeah. And then you get kids in Ocean City, wherever, Maryland, Jersey, any other ocean town, south of that, North Carolina, South Carolina, into Florida, and they just come out of the ocean going, I got stung. Well, here, let me piss on it.
By the way, that's one of the reasons I hate the ocean so much. The one time in my life that my dad took us to Ocean City every year. It was South Carolina, twice a year. One year, my grandparents were out of town and during his vacation week, and we went to Ocean City. And there was an outbreak of those little motherfucking jellyfish. They're only like 4 to 6 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
And they were all over the place. And I got the shit stung out of me. And I hate the ocean ever since.
You got to go back. They're gone. The loggerheads ate them all.
And then I stepped on a horseshoe crab at one point, and I just said, I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm done with this ocean. I'm done with seeing what's in it. And then if I can see what's in it, I'm done with that too.
X. I don't fucks with the ocean either. I am not an ocean guy. Especially not our ocean. Our ocean's dark and fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, nope. Also, I'm just not I'm like sand all over me and fucking salt. And I don't know. The beaches fucking suck. Unless I'm laying on one and a Mexican man is bringing me frozen drinks. I just snap my fingers.
Hey.
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's great scenery. It just doesn't mean I don't need to be in it. I just need to be around it. Okay?
Like,
I don't need to climb the mountain. I just need to look at it.
yeah. Like I don't even need to touch the beach. If there's a way that I could like walk out to the sandy area where my chair is without touching the sand, that would even be fucking ideal. Like if Julio could lay me out like a red carpet and I just go sit on my shit and fucking hang out. Yeah. Fuck the beach. Fuck jellyfish. I've never had a run in with them, but fuck them.
120-inch tentacles. God.
Yeah.
I bet those Bostonians chopped it up and said it was squid.
Yeah, probably.
And sold it in an Italian restaurant owned by the Asians.
America.
And finally, did you know the current world population is 7.8 billion, yet only 54 billion people have ever lived and died?
I didn't know that last part, but I knew the first part.
54. It does. I mean, it makes sense because of the medical revolution. I think it didn't get to a single billion until, I think we've talked about this. I think it was like right around the turn of the century, last century, like 1900. So it's exponentially grown.
I know, but that exponential growth, that's just wild to me that there's only ever been 54 billion people on the planet, and yet there's 8 billion right now. I mean, that's a big number.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at math. Like, what's that percentage? What's the percentage of people that are currently living compared to all that have ever lived?
7 billion out of 54. I mean, boy.
I mean,
let's see here.
Let's math it up. Who went to Frostburg?
Does that mean like 20% almost? Like so between 15 and 20% of everyone who's ever lived is living now?
Yeah, well, I believe that's the number that comes about. If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, because if it was like 10 billion and there was 100 billion that ever lived, that would be 10%.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that much at 50, then yeah, it's like 20, about 17. We'll say 17.5%. 17% of everyone who's ever lived is living now. That's fucking wild.
Do you think they consider people who died at birth living? Like someone who died, like was born and died within 10 minutes? Because that happened a lot, you know.
Yeah, I'd say
lot,
yes, but I mean, I also say that a lot. That I would say for every one of those that was recorded, one of those wasn't.
Okay. I'm also picturing
like it comes down to wash,
like an archaeologist bullshit. Like, oh, there were so many deaths, so many stillborns. Look, Uzi the Iceman was hunting, gathering for a stillborn kid that didn't know died.
And I'm also wondering, like, there's this like viral meme of this guy holding what he calls a pixie skeleton, and I guarantee that's what that is. It's just a poor.
Where's that at?
Yeah, you've never seen that? I've seen it passed around as like an alien carcass or a fucking pixie body or a fucking dwarf or an elf.
Now there are like some like dwarf type, like our ancient ancestors of ours that are found in like Asia and stuff, but yeah, nothing like that.
But
that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
Oh, well, thank you for Fun Fact Friday. And this is Before You Go. Title reads, and folks, I don't know if you need any polishing up on this one here. Poop pill could be the secret to crushing it at the gym. So Steve Gallagher, 51-year-old management consultant, had been managing his rheumatoid arthritis and chronic pain via diet and exercise. The North Folk LI, is that Louisiana?
What? Louisiana?
LI?
Louisiana's LA.
Yeah.
Long Island?
No, maybe.
What was it? What was it?
LI.
North Folk LI.
North Folk LI? I don't know what that is.
Resident stuck with a strict regimen despite being bombarded with quack questions. When you have a disease like this, everyone says the cure. Your mom clips something from the Reader's Digest and sends it to you, he said. Still, when his physician, Dr. name I'm not going to try to pronounce, Yao at the end, at Stony Brook University, I think you're right, it is Long Island. And that's wild that people at Long Island go by a abbreviation that isn't
it's
fucking
supposed
New
to be
York.
I think it's supposed to be North Fork, and someone.
Oh, North Fork. Yeah, you're right. Sorry,
Somebody didn't edit it. Or wait, are you? Hold on, pause.
I fucked
Stop
that
right
up.
now. Okay, did you read it wrong, or is it a typo?
I read it wrong, but why should they go by LI? It should be NY.
I agree with
agree.
that. I agree
Okay.
with Wes on.
I'm an idiot, but it should be NY. All right.
Yeah.
So Dr. Yao out of Stony Brook, and that's why I got it because I know Stony Brook's in
That
Long
was a
Island.
good deflection. I like it. Okay.
Asked if he wanted to join the beta trial of an intriguing new probiotic pill. He figured it couldn't hurt. Everything's worth a try, he added. So, yeah, takes this quote-unquote poop pill. Within weeks of trying it, it increases time working out by 10%. Now, a year into the regimen, Gallagher's workouts are 40% longer and significantly more intense. He's down 7 pounds. His weight has rarely fluctuated in the past. He says, I'm a believer. So, first of all, what is rheumatoid arthritis?
It's an inflammation of your joints. Yes, an autoimmune disease.
It's an autoimmune version of arthritis.
So how the hell would pooping make your rheumatoid arthritis less severe?
Okay.
Question.
Very rudimentary explanation of this because I barely know, but I've heard about people getting fecal implants, like where they actually like put poop in your colon.
Is it with a turkey baster?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, poop has a lot of like bacteria, and so some people have a better gut biome, so they have healthier bacteria in their poop. Mm-hmm. So if you've got a bad gut biome, it can make you ill. So if you start replacing that bacteria with healthy bacteria, then the fecal matter from someone else, I guess contained in a capsule, could in fact help your gut start to develop. Like that gut flora would take over the bad gut flora and then flourish itself and then make you healthy.
Okay. So we have a poop pill, at least in trials. This still is in but they call it's a beta trial, so I'm assuming that's the second trial because I'm really smart. Alan earlier on alluded to the fact that if you did not hit the genetic lottery and you cannot procreate, then fuck you.
Correct.
Okay.
And by that,
does the same still stand in the the poop sector?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can't if your own body fucking makes it so that your hands turn into fucking this, sucks to suck.
Yeah. So
here's where I will argue with you, Alan, on this.
That's fair.
I didn't want to turn this into a friend or foe, by the way. I was just curious.
but it's right for it. So if by my own means I was like, listen, I'm a little unhealthy and you're a real healthy stud, could you shit in my mouth for me? Now that's a choice I can make. But then you've got a quack doctor like this, like, I got an idea. Why don't you shit in this bucket and I'll just put it in little pills and then you can just eat that. And that seems a lot more appetizing to me. So then you
go ahead. Finish it.
You get the general public on board, like, it's not that bad. I'm not actually eating shit. I'm just swallowing it. And so, you need to market it a little differently. Maybe don't call it a poop pill. Maybe call it probiotic sounds a lot better than poop pill. But because science has come along, you have the ability, you can choose to make yourself healthy or not. Alan?
Yeah. So I see, let me address Wes's thing. So,
okay.
First off, making life and getting rid of achy joints with poop are two very different medical concepts. So let's just get that out of the way. Growing human in tube, spraying poop up butt, very different medical procedures. But yeah, no, I think I'm for it. Like he said, I don't know that rheumatoid arthritis would work for that. I guess it would. I guess. Fuck. Hey, give it a try, right? I know that the fecal transplant shit works for like Crohn's and like irritable bowel and shit like that. So, hey, fucking give it a try, especially if they're pill form.
This is per the American Physiological Association. 95% of the body's serotonin is produced by gut bacteria, and 70% of your immune system is found in the intestines too. Okay, we get a somewhat smaller form of a horse pill that is a very compact, we'll call it an espresso shot of someone else's healthy poop. Then you pop that, and then that in turn makes your gut better than what it was before. And over a series of regimen and pills and every day, then you become a healthier person. Is that a layman's or / notes version of what we got here?
Yep, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, like I said, this pill is new to me, but squirt and poop up people's poopers is a thing that I am aware of.
Yeah, you could have
squirted up. They give you a poop enema.
You got to go to Indiana to get one of those.
With the rustic frog. You got right over the Ohio River.
Look, man, here's the thing. I take a couple of supplements. I take a nootropic to keep my brain sharp because I felt myself slipping a couple of years ago. It's negligible, but I don't know it's in that capsule. I could it. Sometimes it's got a little air pocket in it. I can actually shake it, and I can see all the particles shaking around. I don't know what's in that thing. It could be Joe Rogan poop.
Could be poop.
I don't care. If it works, it works. So if it's just a pill, don't tell me what's in it. Don't market it as a poop pill.
So why? Okay, didn't we do a bit on you pooping in a bag and then sending that to?
Yes.
I think so. Why wouldn't that be better? Or are some of these people just naturally can't? Doesn't matter what type of diet it takes. You're just going to need someone else's poop to include into a healthy diet in order to make yourself feel better.
Okay, it would be you poop in the bag. They analyze your poop and they're like, "Hey, this other guy's got better poop than you. I'm gonna want you to eat some of it."
Jesus, I want you to eat some of it.
It's such
put a little under your tongue. Put a little cube under your tongue.
It's I want you to get a little wombat square, okay?
Exactly. Get you a little wombat square. Put it under there. Let it dissolve.
It's like a bouillon cube.
Yeah. But I will say, if they want to keep calling it the poop pill, I got their slogan: "Eat shit and live."
It's so good.
I like it.
So good.
It.
Well, this here, this is currently available a monthly subscription for $59. But the company is still seeking regulatory approval. That's a little steep. $60 a month for a regimen of poop pills, And I still feel like
you know what?
Yeah.
If you can't get out of bed in the morning, though, I mean that's
yeah. I mean,
and if your insurance covers half of it, that might not be that bad an idea. But I've paid more for worse. Okay, for shit that I don't feel like was actually good for me. The only reason I didn't shit in the bag yet is because I finally got better insurance. So my insurance now covers nutritionist.
Gotcha.
So I'm going there, and they'll probably just, what to do. They'll probably just have me shit in the bag in their office. I just won't have to mail it.
Okay, pause. I need to interject here. So I was just scrolling down this website where they spray poop up your butt, and the stool donor requirements that they have listed here seem like not a single human being on the planet. Well, that's the lie. Not a single human being in the United States probably fits this bill. So you've never used an antibiotic of any kind.
Whoa.
Because with IBS and Crohn's and shit, that is typically caused by a bacteria, an antibiotic resistant bacteria called C. diff. So that's why they spray other bacteria up in there to try to get rid of that shit. So again, no prior antibiotic use, which is fucking, I don't know how that's humanly possible at this point.
Yeah.
Born vaginally. So you C-section fuckers, beat it. And if you were in a tube, definitely beat it. Fucking breastfed. And then you have to have a BMI below 24. But yeah, so that makes sense. Don't be a fucking big old fat piece of garbage.
All I know is we need to start a company, and we're going to the Arctic Circle, boys, and we're going to get some Eskimo shit. We're bringing it back.
Unfresh, untouched poop.
The organic. And hey, look, all right, check this out. Okay, we sat here and we balked at $59 a month. And I don't know if that's retail or whatnot, but we had a gentleman earlier who was trying to save tens of thousands of dollars by doing something the old fashioned way. Do you think maybe someone was like, "Hey, I'm just going to do this the old fashioned way. I'm just gonna eat a healthy person's poop."
You just start asking everyone you meet, "Hey, have you used antibiotics before?" Yeah, okay, cool. That's actually great. How'd you pull that off? Were you born vaginally? Okay. Yep. Vaginally check. Breastfed? No. Similac? Ah, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just start asking random strangers. Hey, what's your BMI? Okay. Yeah, that checks out. That's good.
Hey, I tell you what, man. No homo or anything, but I think I just want to stop by and collect some of your poop.
Yeah, you fit the criteria for poop collection. You mind if I swing by next time? Have a bowel movement?
I'll take you to dinner. Something nice and proteiny.
Wait, high risk travel, high risk sexual activity. Well, that counts us out, I think, guys.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else is going on here. Yeah, obviously HIV, hepatitis. That's usually bad.
Tell you, man, you got to go to these fucking indigenous tribes. Like, doesn't matter where.
You gotta get out.
North America, north, south, where they don't have cable. And that's where you go get your poop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's good.
Untouched. You get off the plane and be like, "Smell that, boys? It's fucking untouched fucking fecal matter. Let's go make some money."
I smell $60 a month, baby.
So you start bringing investors up. This is some of the safest poop you'll find on this continent. Get out of here. Get out of the lower 48 trying to find a sample this fucking pure. Get out of here.
Go to the Union, bro.
You taste that, boys? That's A+ poop right there.
Call me Pablo Escofart. This is top notch fucking poop, buddy. All right, uncut. Get it the fuck out of here.
Saving rheumatoid arthritis assholes all over the states.
All over.
Before you go, have you ever had unprotected sex?
Damn. Y'all don't get herpes up here in the northern parts of the tundra, do you? All right, Alan, where can the kiddos find us?
Oh, of course. You can always find us on all your favorite social media platforms. We're at MDL Classholes on Instagram and Musk Twitter. So we're just going to we should just start lighting it up now. I'm going to start saying outlandish fucking shit and see how long it takes us to get. We shouldn't, but we'll see. Fucking at MDL Classholes on Instagram and Twitter, guys. Please follow us on Facebook. We're the Middle Classholes. And on TikTok, for all your fucking 30-second ADD brain needs, we're on TikTok as the Middle Classholes as well. And of course, for your listening pleasures, please check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as the Middle Classholes. And of course, don't forget to email us because it's our favorite mode of communication at tickleourtummies@gmail.com. That's right, tickleourtummies@gmail.com.
Hey, you say the 30-second thing on TikTok. You know, I have been throwing up a minute plus. They've gotten some good. Uzi the Iceman is catching some steam here.
Uzi the Iceman.
Yeah, I think it's Otzi the Iceman too.
Is it Nazi?
OTZI, but there might be I don't know, some sort of craze. I couldn't say North Fork a minute ago, so I very well may be fucking up something that I read earlier.
My man very
Norfolk
deliberately in the fucking beginning was like, not Norfolk, but North Folk. And then after a quick Google search, I was like, are you sure it's not North Fork?
Tecates. Dose.
Hey, Julio, get over here. Just ignorant as shit. It's like, you know that's an H sound, goddammit. You heard Julio.
Do I smell fajitas?
Hey, bring me the chicken fajitas. Get those over here, stat. Give me 18 Tecates light.
What's
watching my figure?
I don't know. Like, I kept trying to talk a couple people into having beef tongue. They wouldn't do it. I think it's
that shit's delicious.
I think beef tongue's phenomenal, but that's just me because I
didn't like it when I was a kid because like I watched it prepared and
the
cows. Watch some fucking. You ever watch a fucking tongue this fucking big get taste buds shaved off of it? It'll turn you off of it.
Right.
But the meat is just the tenderest.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
it's very good.
You ever seen a male cow perform fellatio on a female? It's wonderful. Look at that tongue go. Cow poop is some of the purest shit you're ever going to get around here.
All right. Use car sales style. I like it.
Kiddos and kiddettes, good night. Enjoy yourselves. We'll see you next week.
Don't take me fishing near a hill. Just ask Miss Smith, give me a big old glass of beer. 'Cause I get drunk most every day.